Hello all, welcome to Let's Code Noobs channel. In today's video, we are going to see about various operations in the string and some control statements. So let's get into it. First, we are going to see how to get the input from the users. The syntax is the data type inside the parenthesis input of parenthesis. That's it. Now next is string. First, we are going to see about string concatenation. Concatenation means joining two strings. That is, the second string is added to the tail end of the first string. In this example, we are going to concatenate the string name. In Python, the syntax of concatenating is adding a plus operator. We are getting the output I am wrong. Next is string interpolation. It means assigning a variable in the placeholder. Don't freak out, I'll explain what it is. The string interpolation can be done in two ways, dot format method and fstring method. In first method, that is the dot format method, this curly braces represents the placeholder. Okay, now we are going to add the string to this string. Okay, when we run this, we get the output. This is an example for dot format method. In the next input box, I have added another way of dot format method. The first method, we are directly writing the string in the placeholder, but in second method, we are assigning it to a variable and calling it. We get the same example as it. The third method, I am using the index value to call the strings. This is an example, index 0, index 1, index 2. Index 0 represents for string and index 1 represents dot format string and index 2 represents method string. When we run this, we get the same example. Okay. Moving on to the next string interpolation method, fstring types. Here the syntax is f single quotes and the placeholder. When we execute this, we get the output. This is an example of fstring. Now so far we have seen about the string interpolation method. Next is operators. There are 5 types of operators: assignment operator, arithmetic operator, logical operator, comparison operator, and the operator that is used for identification. First, arithmetic operator. As we all know, arithmetic means plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulo operations, and power. The first one is the example for addition operation, and I have included minus, multiplication, division. This is an example for power. Let me execute it. This double slash represents non-float value. I will explain this with an example. See, z value is 27, y value is 4. When we try to divide 27 by 4, numerator will be 6. Okay, and there will be 3, there will be 6 point something. This double slash gives us the non-float. Next is assignment operators. In the first example, I have used x plus equal to 3, which means x is equal to x plus 3. Similarly, there are minus and equal to, multiplication and equal to, division and equal to, modulo and equal to, then this symbol which represents power equal to. If you print the value, you will get a symbol. X value is 3, 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. That's it. Next is logical operator. Logical operator, we all might have learned that AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, etc. Here, first I am using the AND operator. As we all know, if both the conditions are satisfied, we will get the output. Here a value is equal to 10. I am just checking which number is greater among the three. We will get C obviously, since when A is greater than B and A is greater than C, both the conditions fail, so this is neglected. B is greater than A, true, and B is greater than C, false. No. So true and false gives false. C is obviously greater than both A and B, so we get C the output. Next I am using the same greatest of 3 numbers in OR condition. As we all know, A is the smallest, so the first condition will fail automatically. B is greater than A, the first condition satisfies. OR statement, B greater than C, this condition fails and we will get output, and we will get the output, and C greater than A, obviously C greater than B, so we will get the output B and C. See, the last is NOT operation. NOT operation is nothing but the negation. So when I execute this, First condition fails, other two conditions passes, so in the not we will get A as the out. Next is the comparison operator. Next is comparison operator. Comparison operator is used to check whether the given condition is true or false. So in first I am using a double equal to. We know that x value is 3. When I run it, it will give no. X not equal to 5. Print values yes. See yes. X greater than. Shall no. That's it. These are the examples of comparison operator. Then the last is the operators used for identification. This is nothing but the use of is and in operator. For example, first I am typing x is equal to 5, y is equal to 5, a is equal to 9 and b is equal to 12. X is 5, y means whether x is equal to y or not. This is I am using a list concept. X is equal to 1, 2, 3 and 4 and y is equal to 3, 6. Let's run this and x in y false. It will use the exact value. If I type 3x and true, it will actually take this value, not the list concept. So that only I have typed this in order to make you understand. Next, a is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and b is equal to 7. So you might have known as of now false. Next is control statements. Control statements are used for checking the condition that we need. First is if else statement. The syntax for if is if condition colon, then indentation is very important in Python, like the braces in C program. If we leave this indentation, we will get an error. Okay, greatest of two numbers, a is equal to 5, b is equal to 6. See, if a is greater than b, I have added the else if statement here itself. In Python, else if is stated as elif and the condition colon indentation. This is the syntax, and last the else. It does not need condition in any programming language. If we run this, we will get up. Next is the for control statement, the for loop. In Python, the syntax for is for a variable name in the range of anything what we need. Maybe we can assign a string. Anything. It is not important. If we use a string, we must write here. Okay. I am just using the direct constants just for finding the first 10 numbers. Next is the program for getting the first 10 even numbers. For variable name in keyword range of constants colon indentation if statement colon indentation else. Then this is the example for f string. I am using the f string here instead of dot format. If you want dot format, you can also use the even number or number like that. Next is a program for checking the prime and composite number. I am getting the input from the user. If statement n greater than 1, since 1 is neither prime nor composite, and indentation colon indentation for I in range of 2 to n. The n represents the user's value colon indentation if statement n modulo I starts from 2 as we have given here up to the n value. If the value is equal to 0, then it will print a composite, then a break statement to leave this loop, then else. Note the indentation difference. If is here and else print n is prime. This else statement is used for this if. If n is greater than 1, we will go to this loop. Else it will print non-prime or an invalid number anything. 5 is prime. 10 is composite. Now for checking this last else statement, see non-prime. This loop gets executed. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.